Hey guys, it's September 4th, Thursday, and it's 1:26 right now when I'm recording this, but I finished trading a couple hours ago. Just wanted to kind of take my mind off of it. Today was a good day. It ended up at $180 winner. However, I started off the day terrible. I started off with going into the red about $270. So I was down everything I made yesterday and a bit more into the day before, which I believe yesterday I made 130, so I was into the day before. But the stock CIGL ended up making majority of my money back. I didn't trade this area. It just didn't seem like something I really liked at that time. It seemed cheaper, didn't seem worthy, and it happened really fast. It almost happened instantaneously at 8, and taking a trade on that would have resulted in a loss for me because I would have gotten over here. I didn't really expect much of a curl on it. A lot of the stocks we saw today were curling. They had this big pop, drop, and then curl. I didn't get in over here. I didn't get in over here. I missed it. Where I made majority of my money was here. As this happened, I noticed a cup and handle formation. I got in down here, got the whole squeeze all the way up to here, all the way to the top, and then I believe I bought this dip, got in over here, got out, and then again bought the dip down here, got in over here, and well, not here in over here, but I got out over here, or I believe I took half off, waited for this, took more off the table over there, and pretty much some of my best trading happened over here, and I ended up making, I believe, 200 or more on it. This is on a paper account, of course, for now, but yeah. Oh, the 400 almost, yeah. Basically, this is the stock that recovered me from my loss. If I go down, SNGX today, $148 loser. NEOV, again, one of the bigger losers today. So, and PPBT, also a bigger loser today. Those are three stocks I traded early on at the start of the day. ZNB was decent. I traded it once, but aside from that, my biggest losers were PPBT. That was my first trade of the day, and it's down 43%. I believe I took the trade up here. Let's just see. When did I take this trade? Hold up. Let me pull up the timestamps on this so I can see when I took the first trade. I ended up with a loser. I think I did get in on a dip. So I believe it curled, like exactly what I was talking about. It popped up, dropped, and then curls back up. And I got in as it curled, and I think I lost money as it came down. Let's see. So I took one trade on PPBT at 231 and at 714. 714 would be here. So I saw the curl. I saw it curling back up. I got in over here for a break of the high, looking for a break of the high, and it reversed and basically stopped me out 10 cents lower. Took a decent sized loss on it, a $50 loss. And then BBLG. This stock's just tricky for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's so thickly traded. Even with it had a low float. It wasn't it's something I've seen before make big moves. But again, this one just popped, dropped, and it just kept doing that over and over again. It couldn't break higher. It just felt very, very choppy. Ended up losing money around here, I believe. I believe I lost money on BBLG. Yeah, I lost about 20 cents. Around 828. 828 would have been around here. Yeah, right here. As it was about to I thought it was going to break the high. It looked like it was strong. It looked like there was volume. Considerable volume. Almost 300,000 shares of volume. This had 500,000, 450,000 shares of volume, which is insane. I didn't expect to see a drop like that. I thought we were going to pull away. It looked like it had just broken this resistance. I got in, and it flushed down. And I ended up losing I got out all the way at the bottom, yeah. I could not sell on it. It just wouldn't let me sell. I couldn't get out, and it ended up making me lose 70 or 8, or no, more, $100, I believe. That was one of my biggest losers in this challenge. HWH, I saw it popping up. I've seen it before make big moves, and it made it just recently last couple days ago. Just about here, went all the way up to $7. So as it was coming up today, it didn't seem impossible for it to do a similar thing, which it did eventually come back up to 7. But when I took my first trade, it was here. It was right here as it broke this level. It was a little lighter. Volume was coming in. I thought we would see the move to 6. It flushed all the way down to 550, and I ended up losing some money there too. I think about 50, $60. So that put me down almost 200. SNGX was the last. SNGX and then NAOV were the two stocks that then put me down about $270. I believe SNGX I may have made profit on. Let's see. I got in at 72, got out at 51. Now I lost on it. And second trade as well, same thing, 20 cents. So yeah, this was just tricky. As you can see, it just looks difficult to trade. It just popped and then dropped and didn't really do much after that. Right? I thought I would pull away over here, and I believe I got flushed down as well over there. NAOV, this one I've seen do big moves before. Again, one of these stocks, all of these stocks which pop, drop, and then curl back up. And as it curled this time, I took my starter there and ended up flushing down. So I ended up losing money on it. At 696 over here for a squeeze up, and I ended up getting stopped out at 618. Was it here that I took my starter then? No, I might have taken it on this dip looking for this curl, and it might have flushed. Yeah, it flushed all the way down here. So I believe this is the stock actually I can sell out on, not SNGX. So by this point I was down about $270, and I had pretty much said today is done. I'm already 2 times my max, almost 3 times my max loss, right? My max loss being $100, and my daily goal being $100 as well. Then CIGL popped up, and I was kind of hesitant on taking it. My stops were pretty tight. Took it with 380 shares at 806. 806 being is it here? No, actually, well, fair enough. I did take trades down here, but I didn't remember it. I took it here, and it popped up quickly to what's it, 241, and I ended up taking 1 cent because it looked like it was dipping. So I ended up taking my profit there because NAOV, similar thing where it popped up, dropped, and it just kept selling off. This I didn't know if it would do the same thing. It had a low float, so I expected it to be pretty good. But again, in this, it feels like a colder market. It just feels very difficult to trade today. It was around here, I believe. 240. No, not here. It's coming to maybe down here. I think it popped up and then I guess I took a dip on this and it ended up coming up and it popped down. I don't remember. I actually didn't record today's trades at all. Then second trade coming into CIGL was at 292 at 814. 814 being right here. 292. So on this dip I got in and I got profit at 3 no, well, let's see. I got out at 287. I actually lost on this. I think I got out. I waited for this a little too long, I guess. Or I might have just taken a loss quickly because of tight stops, and then I bought in at 312. I bought in at 312 being around here on this dip, and I got out 325. So I think I made like 40-50 bucks around there. It wasn't much which I made. Then at 302, what time was this? 302. At 8:22, I took a loss over here as it fell. Took a trade right there, took a loss. And then as it came up around here at 297, this was at 842. 842 being right around here. 842, 843 area right here. I took the dip, looking for the curl of the cup and handle. This being the handle, took it here, and I ended up selling 150 shares at 341 around here on the ask, and then I sold another 200 shares at 361 as it came up all the way up here. It did this pop. It was almost instantaneous. Actually show on the chart over here. It did this pop and then instantly dropped down again, and it didn't go back up. So I took my profit up there. Then that itself, I believe, made me, I think I was like down $50 at that point. I had made back about 200, 300 bucks at that. Not 300, 200-ish bucks, $220. Then I got in again at 352. 352, probably around here on this dip. And got this, so like I was talking about, this dip down here, got this curl up, got out around 60, 66. So that put me up, that put me barely just down a little bit, very little. I think it was around 20 bucks at that point. I took another trade, got into the green. This was at, let's see. This was at 858. I got in at 397. 858, 397. Around here on this dip. And I got a really nice squeeze all the way up to 408. Well, actually no, I bought in, yeah, I bought in down here. I got out at 4, I believe, because it didn't look like it was breaking 4, so I got out. I believe I got in over here. It wasn't breaking 4, so I got out down here. And then I got back in as it broke 4 and it grinded up higher, and I took my profit up there. Around 405 is where I took my profit. I actually took a small loss on that. By 408, sold at 405. Then I bought at 390 at 913. Took a smaller loss over there. And then near the open at 930. So let's go to the open right here. Very choppy at the open, but I got some good trades as it went in. So I bought on this dip. It squeezed up, took my profit right there. Then it went all the way up. I didn't buy anything there. It flashed down. As it flashed down, I got in again right here. And I rode the momentum up to, let's see, 387. 387, which would be around here. Took my profit there. Didn't expect that to happen. Flushed again. And this is around 43. Let's see, around 43. 943. Yeah, I guess 943. Let's see where 943 is. I believe I just got in at a really good dip on the. I got in on a dip on the VWAP, the volume weighted average, and it squeezed a little higher. I got about 20, less than 20 cents. Got around 20 cents almost, and that locked up my day. Ended making about $70 over there, and I shut it down for a $180 winner. I took a lot more trades today, so the commissions are going to be higher, or would be higher if I was taking on a real account. I believe the commissions would come out to nearly $100, which is a lot. But I took a decent bit of trades today, and I mean, I am in the green. However, I wonder if I would be this high in the green if commissions were there through each trade. But I don't know if that would make much of a difference. 6, 12, $20 maybe won't really change how much I make per 100 shares, right? So that would be the difference between maybe 5 shares, and it really doesn't change much. Maybe a couple dollars here and there. I might be at like 160 in that case, but yeah. So this would have ended in a decent green day, but it was it started off pretty rough. Anyways, I thought I should make this make this recap today. Um, I actually didn't update yesterday's trades yet. I'm actually at $130. I took two bigger losses yesterday after 802. I took a few bigger losses. I took two big losses, and at that point I shut it down and left it at 130. It was a pretty good day yesterday, but yeah, it just didn't end up pulling away like I expected. I thought I could get almost a $300 day, and I ended up losing about $100, about 50% of my gain, and at that point I shut it down, right? If you guys want to use this, it's free to use right here. I don't actually have what's it? I don't have a domain for it yet, but probably will soon. However, you could use this. It's on Vercel. It's just hosted off of Vercel, but yeah, this gives me a good way to predict my data. This is, well, you could go in projections, make it 500. That's what I started off with, and then my trading P&L would be like this. Throughout the month and a half, and the calendar view should show as well. I've had a pretty good couple months, or 1-2 months. Only 4 red days, which is not bad. They're slightly bigger. These two are small. These two are slightly bigger. However, yeah, 4 red days in a month coming into the second week of September isn't bad. I personally am fine with that. 1 red day a week. However, I would prefer to avoid having red days and having only green days, so I can really have more confidence starting a new account on real money. But anyways, that's my recap for today. Thank you guys for listening in. I'll try to attach some of my past videos onto the screen right now. If you guys would subscribe, that would mean a lot, so I can continue making these videos for daily recaps. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow or on the weekend.